Empoli vs Fiorentina prediction, Teen News, lineups preview. With just one win in 2024, Fiorentina are desperately seeking success in Sunday's Derby dell'Arno, when they visit in-form Empoli at Stadio Carlo Castellani. The hosts will be aiming to do a Serie A double over their Tuscan rivals for the very first time and drag themselves further away from danger. Match preview. A disjointed display in Wednesday's Derby dell'Apennino saw Fiorentina brushed aside by Bologna, who are now one of several clubs standing between the Viola and a precious top-four place in the table, gaining revenge for their Coppa Italia defeat to Vincenzo Italiano's team on penalties. After a goalless draw, the hosts ran out comfortable 2-0 winners at Stadio dell'Era, serving up another setback for their foes from across the Apennines, beaten by Napoli in the Supercoppa Italiana semifinals. And with just 4 points taken from 6 league matches this year, Fiorentina are not exactly in freefall but are certainly causing concern for both fans and Italiano alike. Nevertheless, they only trail fourth-placed Atalanta BC by 5 points, albeit having played one game more, and could yet go one step further than last year's final defeat in the Europa Conference League. Atalanta also await in April's Coppa semifinals. Ahead of their short trip across Tuscany, the Florence club's recent record at Stadio Castellani leaves a lot to be desired. 3 defeats from their last 5 visits to Empoli have featured 3 failures to even score. Indeed, Empoli have lost only one of their last 6 league games against Fiorentina, including a 2-0 victory in this season's reverse fixture, back in October. That was a rare success during difficult times for the Azzurri, who have since enjoyed a dramatic transformation under survival specialist Davide Nicola, undoubtedly the architect of their mid-season revival. 2 wins and 2 draws since Nicola strode into town now means the former Torino coach could become the first manager to remain unbeaten through his first 5 Serie A matches in the club's long history. More pertinently, that run also sees Empoli looking down on the relegation places. Last time out, 2 late strikes in a 3-1 win at rock-bottom Salernitana built more momentum behind their pursuit of salvation. But a dismal home record still requires improvement. Having claimed just 9 points at the Castellani this term, the Azzurri also possess the league's lowest tally of goals on home turf, a mere 8, so their long-suffering fans would celebrate beating Fiorentina with even more delight than usual. Team news. Though long-term absentees Gaetano Castroville and Dodo are still sidelined by injury, Africa Cup of Nations champion Christian Kwame should be back in Fiorentina's squad on Sunday, having returned from Ivory Coast. It remains to be seen whether Lucas Beltran will be employed in a supporting role behind Andrea Bellotti, or if Giacomo Bonaventura is instead retained by Vincenzo Italiano, who tends to chop and change his 11 quite frequently. Bellotti has scored only once since arriving in Florence from Roma last month, but he has tallied 8 goal involvements in his last 7 league appearances against Empoli. Meanwhile, the hosts now have an abundance of attacking options, including January signing Bai Niang, who scored from the spot last week, and veteran striker Francesco Caputo, back at Davide Nicola's disposal after overcoming an ankle injury. Atalanta loanee Nicolo Cambiaghi and Alberto Cherry are set to be preferred, though, with perhaps Empoli's only change seeing Sebastian Walukiewicz returning to the back 3 after serving a suspension. Another Poland international, Szymon Zerkowski, formerly of Fiorentina, should feature in midfield. Curiously, the latter has scored half of the Azzurri's home goals in Serie A this season, largely thanks to his hat-trick against Monza last month. Empoli possible starting lineup: Capriel, Ismajli, Walukiewicz, Luperto, Giasai, Grassi, Mele, Kakes, Zerkowski, Cambiaghi, Cherry. Fiorentina possible starting lineup: Terriciano, Ferrani, Martinez, Corta, Ranieri, Biraghi, Duncan, Arthur, Gonzalez, Beltran, Sottle, Bellotti. We say, Empoli 1-1 Fiorentina. Despite trailing their regional rivals by 16 points before kickoff, momentum will certainly be on Empoli's side this weekend. They may lack a clinical center forward, but Fiorentina still find a way to score most weeks, so could still walk away with 1 point. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribed button and hit the bell icon for more.